What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we will be doing a bunch of ancient shard pulls for this 1+1 event that's happening right now. So you can kind of see here, you get the extra legendary if you pull legendary from a certain shard. In this case, it's going to be ancient shards. Keep in mind that there is no ancient boost, so we're running off normal rates here, which is not very good. 0.5% chance at legendary. Where this kind of event is really good is when you keep track of your mercy. And the way that mercy works is after the 200th shard since your last legendary for ancients, voids share the same mercy system, you get an extra 5% per shard. So you see here it's 0.5%, and then you get 5% extra per shard after 200. So if you can keep track of your mercy, these type of events can yield really good returns in terms of Legos for very few amount of shards. So I'll show you guys what I mean on my accounts when I show you guys my mercy. But first, we're going to do a couple community member polls here just to help out everybody here and to get some extra lightning for the video. So let's jump right into it. We are on Doozy's account here. We got a Doozy Event account. We got Doozy of shards, 444 ancient shards. Obviously, you're not going to pull all of it here. In this case, we're just going to pull what is needed to get the extra Lego. So let's jump right into it. Maybe we can do it without having to make any space. But yeah, best of luck to Doozy. Who knows what's going to happen? It's a massive pool of champions. That's the thing. Like, getting the extra Lego doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get anything good. It's just massive amounts of non-void Legos in this game right now. Anything without a boost is just a crapshoot. We'll see what happens. There's so many bad champions in this game, so it's likely that you probably won't pull anything too impactful. But we're going to have to make some space here for Doozy, so we'll be right back. All right, let's try again here. So far we're 20 ancient shards in for Doozy. Let's see what we get. Let's see how long it takes us to get that legendary. I'm not sure the mercy for Doozy here, but so far it doesn't seem too bad. We haven't gotten that horrible blue tax yet, but the rates aren't great, so we're not expecting like lots and lots of epics or anything like that. Definitely expecting a lot of blues. And here we go. I jinxed Doozy and we got the blue the blue wave there. Come on, let's follow that up with the Legos and we're all good. No, we're gonna follow up with another blue wave, sea of blues, unfortunately for Doozy. Let's go. Hopefully he's not too deep. He's not too far away. I mean, he's not too far away from mercy, hopefully. Wow, 1 epic and 30 ancient shards. If I was a brand new player, I'd be rolling in my grave. Let's go. Come on. Really feel for those new players when they like pull for some of these events and they get absolutely nothing. You see here, we got 2 epics and what is it, 50 shards or 40 shards or something. Just really brutal. Gotta make space again. All right, let's get back to it. Come on. Let's not drain all of his shards. Let's not drain all of his shards here. But so far, yeah, not so good rates. Oh my god, another blue pull here. Yeah, not the best rates for Doozy so far. I think we got 2 epics in the last 50 shards. Man, just really savage in terms of the rates. Asenya, then we got Mikage piece at least. I'm not sure if he has Mikage, he probably does. But yeah, come on. Painful to see, guys. This is probably what you guys are experiencing here. Ambassador, I think Ambassador is also a piece as well. But we got 3 epics here. I mean, you made up for the sea of blues earlier, I guess. Expecting maybe around, there you go. We got the double gold Corvus and King Galkobar. Corvus is actually very solid, very easy to make a Wixwell clan boss team with this guy if you have him. Brings the A1 decreased attack, which is really solid for clan boss. Any kind of boss, to be honest. Has a double hit here, increased duration of all enemy debuffs. Second hit, increased duration of all ally buffs. Very strong on a 3-turn cooldown, especially good against bosses or in situations or in teams where you have protected buffs, for example, or just buffs in general, for example, like Wixwell teams, for example. And then his A3 on a 4-turn cooldown is an AoE double hit. Each has a 75% chance of placing 2 poisons. That's solid. And then after attacking, places poison sensitivity on all enemies for under 2 or more poisons. So it's a really strong ability to basically have a hit paired with the poison and a poison sensitivity. Very strong champion. passive here, a little bit of a team damage mitigation passive for benefiting off of poison. So very strong champion overall, defense based as well. Nice. King Alcabar, I slept on this guy a little bit. His kit is actually pretty decent, especially if you have him maybe early or mid games, not too bad. A1 shield here, you got the A2 AoE, 100% strip, places poisons for the buffs that get stripped, and you get to place a block buff on everybody. So this is actually a pretty good move for like Hydra, for example. Strip and then block buffs, get a little bit of poison out of there. There's a 3-turn cooldown, which is fine. And then you have a cleanse here with the shield and a continuous heal. I mean, it's just a solid kit, right, for support. I actually didn't give this guy too much credit, but he's actually a decent champion overall. How much did it take? Man, that took him 110 for 2 Legos. It's still a pretty good deal here. Most players will pull for this if you're close to Mercy, but even if you're not, the rates per shard is actually still quite strong. It's actually better than 2x events, but you just don't get as many epics. So anyways, let's move on to our next account and we'll do some more pulls there. All right, guys, we are on our next account here. Mr. Violator is back on the channel. He's a little bit famous now with his name, but yeah, we'll just call him Violator. He's ready to pull all his shards, going for the extra Lego here. So best of luck to you. Let's see if we can do it without spending all your shards. So let's go. Come on. Extra Lego event, guys. 0.5% chance of pulling a Lego, and then you get an extra one if you can hit your Lego. Good event in terms of Legos per shard rate. But of course, if you don't pull the Lego, it's going to feel pretty bad because you're not really getting much in return. So you can see here a lot of blues, not many epics, of course. So definitely gauge your own resources for your own account, of course, and what you want to do with them. But still, one of the more fun events, at least for me. I love the double lightning. Got 4 epics here, which is like statistical anomaly, I'm sure, considering the rates of the Legos. There's only 8% chance here during this event. Apparently, Violator is going to hit Mercy here, so he's pretty close with the amount of shards that he has. I think he had 69. I don't know if he did that intentionally. This guy's a little bit of a funny guy, but love having him on the channel, I guess. Let's go. Come on. Nope, looks like we're going to go all the way to Mercy, or we're going getting close at least. Let's go. Come on. And not quite. Looks like we're going to be doing the suspenseful 1 shard at a time pulls here. Let's go. One time. He said he's going to hit Mercy with his 69 shards. So let's see if we actually do it one at a time. Okay, yeah, of course, all rares. We're still getting points for the Path event. And oh, we got Lugan popping out here. He's a little bit of a healer, and our secondary champion is Adlin. Oh man, if you get to pick 2 turd Bannerlords, to pop out, I mean, Lugan can be okay, right? He has the heal all allies, but honestly, this is like a Vrask. Vrask is an epic, and Vrask has this basically the same move. Heal all your allies, except he needs to crit. I mean, Lugan's a legendary, right? 3-turn, increase defense, increase, and then ally protection. I mean, that's usable. And then he has block active skill on his 4-turn, which is pretty bad, to be honest. No passive or anything to speak of. Yeah, it's just not a great champion. Hard to invest in this guy, to be honest. There's some Centrano stages where he can be useful, or where he is used a little bit, but otherwise not too useful. Adlin was basically massively panned when she was announced. She was a login champion, right? Probably earlier in this year, around the first quarter or so. She was billed as a answer to the Sand Devil. Granted, you know, for a new player, she's not going to be an answer for Sand Devil because you need a team to go around her. But she does provide you with a sleep option. The problem with her is that she's a Lego, and she needs Lego books for this to work. And there are epics that can provide sleep, but in the role for Sand Devil, she does fine, right, as a sleep champion and all that. So yeah, she can be a decent support for earlier mid game, but having to put the books in her just makes her feel kind of bad. So, anyways, that's gonna be it for Violator here. So thanks a lot for letting me pull in your account. We'll be back on our next account for some more pulls, guys. All right, guys, we are back on our next account here, Agatho. part of the UNG cluster here. You got 68 ancient shards, looking for some double lightning, looking for some luck. Level 100, so not looking for too much, I think, but starting it off with an Ugo here, pretty good. Good epic. We got 3 epics in this first 10 pull. Beating the odds, of course. Let's see what we can get here for a Aath, though. Come on, so far nothing exciting so far. I mean, we got the Corvus. Corvus is pretty decent. Can't complain. I don't think I have a Corvus myself. Never really played with them actually, but seems very, very good. Let's see what else he's got here. Nothing to speak of here. A bunch of rares. Towering Titan, no thanks. Wuzgar, Fire Knight Specialist. Drake, some food here. Jared the Stone and Drake. Yikes. Budbar the Bard. Okay, let's go. We need to make some space. All right, let's rip the singles here for Gatho, see if we can get anything. I'm not too sure if he mentioned he was at Mercy or anything like that, but let's see if we can get lucky for him. So we'll be pulling on both my accounts here. I'll show you guys the Mercy on both. And yeah, I think as a general rule of thumb, I think if you're within 100, you can probably, and you can afford to pull 100 Ancient Shards off Fusion and all that. Probably a decent return if you can pick up 2 Legos for 100 Ancient Shards. All right, I think he's gonna run out of shards here. And 2 more. Oh, we actually got it. Okay, Bivol. Okay, Bivol. Bivol's actually pretty good for Hydra especially. Let's see what his second copy is. Oh, Aetherion. Nice. What a hit. So far, the best legendary we pulled so far for somebody here. Aetherion, what a hit. Bivol's very good as well. Brings the A1 Provoke. Not affected by Affinity, so the weak hits and all that. He brings the 100% AoE Provoke and the Leech here. Same Affinity bonus, or not bonus, but condition here where he's not affected, so it's very strong. He's got a shield equal to the amount of damage he can do. He doesn't do a lot of damage, so his shields won't be massive or anything. But yeah, very solid champion, especially for Hydra, especially starting out and all that, where you're just trying to make teams that kind of work. Aetherion here is definitely a very late stage champion. He shines with really good gear. He's got an AoE max HP hit with the AoE block buff. Very strong combination, so he deals damage and he places AoE block buffs, which is really, really good for Hydra. You can also do some solo stuff for Hard Spider. Best set for him is probably 9-piece Slayer, of course. But the more stats you can put on this guy, the better. He's going to deal a lot of damage. So congratulations there on Aetherion pull for Gatho. And yeah, thanks for letting me pull your account. I'm happy we got something for you just before you ran out of shards there. We'll be right back on our next account for some more pulls. All right, guys, up next we got Knub here. He's one of my moderators on my for my stream and for my Discord channel. So big shout out to Knub here for all your help. And yeah, we're going to do some 1+1 pulls for this guy. Ancient Shards got 112. Hopefully we don't have to go the distance, but we will. We have the option to if we so choose. Anyways, let's see if we can get it for him relatively quickly. Come on. Aox, remember, solid epic can be used for Iron Twins, for example, can extend the Geomancer burns. Let's see. Best of luck. Let's see. I'm not sure about the Mercy or anything about this for K-Nubs here. Fearing Gary can solo Bommel with the by himself or with Wukong. Actually, Wukong makes it a lot faster. If you got Virangiri, you got an answer to Bommel. I think Nubsy is a little bit ahead of that in his stage of account. So, Sea of Blues, Gory, no thanks. Gory was hyped up for a Fire Knight Hard, I remember, but never delivered. More blues. Let's see. Come on. Blues. I'm blinded by blues. Gaukuk. No thanks. Has anybody ever done anything with Gaukuk? Gaukut. Nope. Channy. Anybody do anything with Channy? I don't think so. These are no good. So many pulls. Not too many good epics. I mean, we got an Ugo. Miscreant Monster is good. I mean, Captain Tamila, like, she ever used anything? Miscreant Monster, I can see being still like a very strong carry, of course. Very good for like early spider and all that. Phoenix, there we go. Phoenix, very good. Atchak, Wondering, very, very good. Phoenix with the block revive, especially scary. Used to counter like Wukong or something for like live arena. It can be effective. One of the better epic damage dealers for sure. Another blue pole feels bad, man. Come on, man. We gotta take all of Nubsy's blue shards here. Come on, let's go. There we go. Let's go. Man, these are actual turds popping up. We got Gerda Bogbrew. Oh my goodness, she's a free champion, right? She's a login champion. I forgot what day she is. Maybe like I want to say like 400 or something. I don't know. She's really late in the free champion pile. I can't. Yeah, I just have no idea what she actually really does. Debuff spread, weaken poison. I mean, poison. She could be a poisoner, I guess. And she does a fake strip here. Chance to place poisons. Also remove. I mean, this could be okay. It's like a half cleanse, half strip with some poisons. But yeah, she's just not very good. Not too many places where you can find really good use for her. The extra legendary here, Drexar, is actually a very good champion. But unfortunately, he is free. He's free. He's a great champion. He definitely carried my account a lot when I picked him up. He definitely deserves his own showcase, to be honest. One of the better login, or not login, but free accessible champions where you basically just buy his fragments in the tag team shop. Keep in mind that you can only buy one fragment per day. So don't be that person that waits for 100 of his fragments to try to buy 100 fragments at once, because that happens. No books needed for Drexar. You just need him for his passive. Obviously, boosting the chance for his passive works, but if he just gets hit all the time, then he can only land 1 HP burn at a time anyways. So very, very good accessible champion here, but not really what you want to see. Not really what you want to see. So congratulations, Nubsy, saved you 12 shards here. All right, thanks for letting me pull in your account. We'll be back on our next account for some more pulls. All right, guys, on to our next account here, The Real Sun. Level 63. He's a little bit of a spender here. We got 276 ancient shards ready to go, but we're only going to pull until he gets that Lego, of course. He's looking for Mikage pieces, so definitely still have a lot of progress yet to be had on this account. I would probably recommend pulling during 2x events so that you can pick up some extra epics along the way, since your account is still level 63. But that's my suggestion. Definitely don't mind pulling some ancients here just to try your luck with the 1+1. Best of luck here to The Real Sun. Let's see what we can get. And let's see if we can save some of those ancient shards and not pull all the way to the end. 270 is more than enough, of course, but we definitely don't want to be pulling, I don't want to be pulling triple digits. I don't want to be pulling 100, right? Let's see what we can get here. For a level 63 account, even if they're like a spender, they're probably still missing, quite a bit of epics that can just help them out and progress through certain stages of the game. So we'll keep an eye out for some better epics here, and maybe we can point out to The Real Sun that can maybe help them out along the way. So far, we just got a bunch of blues. Not going to be too helpful, especially if he needs pieces from Mikage, for example. Hope's not going to be good enough. Legionnaire, no thanks. Tanex, no thanks. Login champion. Tanex actually helped me in Faction Wars. She brings a decreased speed here on the A1. Decreased speed against the boss in Faction Wars was very, very important, actually, because the boss is so fast. And the turn meter comes so quickly, so she was actually useful, and it was the key to victory, actually. So Bushy, no good. Alika, I mean, sure, you can build her to be good, but probably not exactly what you're looking for. And Bonekeeper, just trash. So much trash. Okay, here we go. Didn't go too deep. Oh man, like I was saying, guys, like the pool of legendaries is so massive, and there's so much stuff. It's just, you just never know if you're gonna pick up anything good. By Stophus here, he has insane base attack. So once you like build this, once you get him to 60, his base attack's, I don't know, 1790 or something insane. I actually highlighted this guy for Chimera, and I thought he would have been kind of okay, right? Like he has block active skills, he has True Fear, he has block active skills here as well, and then he also has block active skills here as well. Assuming he can deal some damage, I mean, you're bringing all that stuff. In the end, block active skills wasn't super necessary for Chimera, so definitely don't see too much use for by Stofus here. Maybe just a faction guardian. Verse the Grim, he's an interesting champion. He was an old fusion back in the day, and a lot of people don't like this guy, but honestly, I think he's fine. He just doesn't have like a very sexy kit or anything. He's very average kit. It's an A1 provoke, which is fine. Places a shield and all that. 50% chance to provoke, not too crazy, but not too bad. He brings an attack here. Could be a double hit, and his double hit version of this attack is actually pretty strong. Also has a chance to place Leech, which is good. So he has an AoE Leech attack, 3-turn cooldown. And he brings a very good or standard 3-turn increased defense ally protection. So good against clan boss, good against just some bosses in general. And then he has a passive here that basically passively allows him to, hit back with the provoke. He's fine, and he can actually work for like Hydra, for example. He can provoke the head of Decay. I have this guy. I used him, but the problem was I needed him to perform in Faction Wars, and he actually kind of sucks in Faction Wars because his A1 places a shield, and especially in the last level where you're fighting the Valkyries, the shield just boosts the turn meters of the Valkyries, and he's got a bit of a liability. He also can't use his increased defense ally protection versus the Valkyries because the Valkyries get the turn meter, of course. So you're basically just, he's basically not doing too much, to be honest. And against the boss, where the boss steals your buffs, so you don't want the ally protection get stolen, and just really, really bad news. But otherwise, if you need him for clan boss, it's actually a decent champion. But that's going to be it here for the real Sun. Hopefully you can use these pieces and progress your account some more. Anyways, we'll be back on the next account, and we'll do some more pulls there. All right, up next we got Clara Moitz here, level 87, also trying their luck with the OnePlus event here. So best of luck to you, Clara. Let's see if we can get you something nice. So far it has been pretty not very good. The legendary selection from all the pulls we had in this video so far have not been very good. The best one has been Otherion, but I mean, we pulled, I don't know how many Legos already, but we pulled only one really good one. The other ones have been like either logins or past fusions, and they've been like, mediocre-ish. Not really too exciting, to be honest. Just not really super exciting, game-changing Legos. But, can be serviceable. Some of them are serviceable. Some of them are just like, oh, this is so bad. But let's see if we get Clara here, something good. Let's change all that. Let's change up the luck here. Where's the Kymars? Where's the Duchesses? Where's the Newts? Right? That's what we want to see. Those are game-changing legendary champions. Well, at least non-void champions anyways. Let's see here. So we got 120-ish shards. Hopefully we don't have to use them all. Thylesia, very good. Epic. One of the few 3-turn cooldown, decreased defense champions that don't need any books. Don't need any books. It was very good for that role. Very good just for night revs, just to speed up the faction wars, farming, and all that stuff as well. Bunch of blues here. Feels bad. But yeah, I mean, without the 2x boost, we're going to see a lot of blues. Not as many epics, of course. All right, let's go. Come on. What are we going to get here for Clara? Let's go. Some blues. All right. Epic Rock Breaker. Alaric the Hood. Ugh. I mean, Rock Breaker can be useful for faction wars, I guess, if you need a filler. Back in the day, he was pretty MVP, actually, when the dwarf faction was pretty thin. But yeah, more blues. Let's make some space. We got 34 more shards here. See what we can do. All right, back at it. Come on, let's go. Don't tap them out, man. Don't tap them out. 34 ancient shards to go. Steel Skull can be useful. Yep. Faction Wars can be useful. Use them a little bit for Zentranos as well. So as long as you have them, you'll get some use for them. Let's go. Come on. Rares. Delver, never ever used that champion. Surprisingly, I've seen that champion built to 60 on some new accounts before. I'm like, what? How did you use this champion? Oh no, we're out of space. All right, well, let's rip the 4 ancient shards here. Let's see if we can actually get it. Nope. Cormac. Come on. Where's the luck? Oh, actually the luck. Oh, okay. Past fusion here. Past fusion, I mean, it's an old fusion, so he probably doesn't have it. And then we got another fusion champion here, Rorik Wormbane. I mean, Ruel the Hunt Master, one of the first champions with actually Hex. So if you guys were playing back in the day, Hex was like not supported at all, and it was actually just not a very good debuff. After they fixed it, it became really, really good. You know, necessity now for like Hydra and stuff to do extra damage. But back in the day, like it was Ruel and then the Tomb Angel, and that was about it. And Ruel actually does okay. The problem here, I think, is that this ability, was it this ability? This ability is 4-turn cooldown. His Hex placing ability is a 4-turn cooldown. If this is a 3-turn cooldown with his 3-turn AoE, actually can do some pretty good damage. For Hydra, he can still do some pretty good damage as well, since Hex is a little bit easier to place nowadays with the curse set and all that. He brings the A1 decreased defense as well. He has very low base stats, so he's hard to keep alive, but he can deal some decent damage. So he's not totally irrelevant for Hydra at least, but not a top tier option. And then you have Rorik Wormbane. I mean, he's not going to be a great damage dealer anywhere really. And I think the best thing about his kit is actually that he has an A1 stun, and then he has another A1, like an A2 stun here with the Termir Deplete. And this is actually really good because you're going to use him in Centranos, and he's going to be MVP in some of those stages where you need to stun and basically control waves. He also brings speed in all battles as well. Even though he's supposed to be a damage dealer, for me, like the most useful thing about him is that he has stun in his kit and allows him to basically control some of the waves. But otherwise, this guy just doesn't see any use. He was a fusion as well. But yeah. Anyways, Clara, hopefully you can find some use for these champions somewhere along the line. So best of luck to you, and thank you so much for letting me pull in your account. We'll be back on our next account for some more pulls, guys. All right, guys, so it's time for my accounts. I'm going to pull on my alt account and my main account here. So I got my alt account here. I'm 71 into Mercy, so it's going to take me 130 shards to get into the 200 range. I got 132 ancient shards here. Gonna gamble a little bit here and just go for it. So best of luck to me. Just gonna make some space first. All right, let's go. Best of luck to me. Let's see. Best of luck to me. 3 epics right away. Fine. That's good. Good epic rate. I'm hoping to get that Lego early, since I'm still a little bit farther out than I would like. Just gambling a little bit here. Ancient shards honestly have not very much value nowadays, to be honest. The pool is so massive. The progressive events don't really boost them up that much. It's really tough. I mean, you could use these for, I guess, during a 2x event, during a champion chase with the winner take all, like a nice winner take all, I guess, maybe. But there's just not too much value for these. I mean, I'm speaking from as an end game player. I'm speaking as a pretty end game player, right? Obviously, for new players, these are the lifeblood for sure. And you want to save these shards for 2x events so you get more epics. Deacon Armstrong, one of the best epics in the game. Definitely a great pull for anybody early without him. But for me, it just doesn't really do anything. Like, yeah, it looks like we gotta get lucky here, right? There's only a 0.5% chance at pulling a Lego. Really don't want to pull more than 100 or 2 Legos, but definitely gambling a little bit here. Lots of blues. At least we have a training event that's happening. At least there's a Heroes Path event that's happening. So we're getting like lots of points, double dipping opportunities and all that. So getting some value here, but you know, still hate to see the blues coming in. Let's go. Come on. Give me that double lightning. Nope. Lots of blues. No epic would really make me excited. I got Geomancer on this account a couple months ago, so that was probably one of the few epics that I was still needing. Just going through 100 blue shards right now, and so far nothing. Gonna make some space and be right back. All right, guess we're going to Mercy, I guess. Come on, can we beat the Mercy clock? Let's not go to Mercy, please. All right, all right, all right. It seems the last couple times I pulled on both my accounts, it seems we went to Mercy on the Ancients. Seems like it's that way, or at least very deep. My other account is actually very deep into Mercy as well. It's getting close, so it won't take as many shards to get the Lego. There it is. Okay. Okay, how many shards did that take? Let me see. Just checking here. This is RSL Helper, by the way, if you guys are interested. So we pulled 130. So this is 201. This is our 201 shard. So Marianix used to be an old fusion. I think she was a Halloween fusion. She's still one of the only champions, I think, unless some mythical does this as well. But she's one of the only champions that does decreased defense and hex on one move on a 3-turn cooldown. I mean, you could do this nowadays with like a debuffer with a curse set, but back in the day when she was introduced, this move is actually pretty unique, and that's one of the things that I was interested in about her. She's actually a damage dealer, but yeah, she doesn't hit super hard or anything, and her main versatility comes from this AoE decreased defense with the hex. But so far, I haven't really gotten any use out of her after the many years of having her in the vault. Helior here, decent champion. His main use case, to be honest, comes from his A3, his 3-turn cooldown A3, where he transferred debuff from this champion to a target enemy. So you can use this against, Nether Spider, transferring back poisons. You can use this against the Hard Dragon, transferring back the poisons. Can be very useful. But there's a couple champions that can do that. That don't require a 3-turn cooldown, for example. So he's definitely not going to be like top tier, but he can be useful in the right spot. But obviously these are not like top pulls or anything like that. I think I might have these champions, so they might just be faction guardians at this point. Let me just double check my faction guardians here real quick. I mean, my elves are full. She is my second Marianix, so I could empower somebody if I wanted to. And then Helior is a Bannerlord, and I have 2 Heliors, and my Bannerlord is full already, so I guess I can empower somebody. It's crazy, man. Bannerlords on my alt is 10 out of 10 overflowing, and on my main account where I have Taras is non-existent. Just crazy RNG that way. But anyways, let's go to my main account and we'll do our last pulls for the videos there. All right, so hopping over to the main account here, just checking out the Mercy for you guys. It is going to be, what the, come on now. 164. So we'll hit Mercy in 36 shards. So we should get it relatively quickly here. Again, I need space. All right, let's get at it. 30 shards. Let's see what we can do in 30 shards here. Literally, I was just drowning in ads. I was like, I clicked like 4 or 5 ads off in a row. Like, it's just insane. All right, Sea of Blues to start. Come on. I mean, we're right up against Mercy here. I pulled like, I don't know, 170 ancient shards during the 2x event, and I couldn't get lightning. Sometimes it just happens like that. But it sets you up pretty nicely for this extra legendary event. But it's a consolation prize, right? For sure. All right. I mean, 1 epic in 30. That's not a great start. But yeah, we're gonna make some space, and we'll be into Mercy, and we'll get our Lego. All right. So according to this, I'm 194 into Mercy. So I'll start probably pulling singles, and then we can probably save ancient shards. We don't have to pull like a 10 pull, for example. Just gonna pull singles here. So 6 singles until we reach 200, and then Each pull afterwards will increase 5%. We should get it relatively quickly, I hope. Okay. Okay. Next pull is 200. And then afterwards, each one is 5%. Bunch of rares. Really getting me on these rares, gotta say. All right, 5% plus 5% plus another 5%. So that's 10%. Okay. 15%. Still rare. Wow. 20%. 20% chance at Lego. Still rare. Is this broken again? I remember last time we did this, it felt like it was broken. This is 25%. Feels broken. This is 30%. Still no Lego. 30%. Man, and then need space. Hate to say, you know, I hate to even speculate whether this helper is right or wrong, or whether the odds are right or wrong, but yeah, well, let's see what happens here. Right, we're at 206, so that means our next pull is 35.5%. So 35.5% chance at Lego, and nope, not yet. So this is 40%. Flip a coin almost. Nope. I mean, you know, statistics, right? This is what, 50%. Flip a coin. There it is. Got to flip a coin to get a Lego nowadays for me. Tatatsu, no thanks. And our secondary is Candrafon. Okay, I mean, like I said, the pool is so massive. It's so hard to get anything of like impact. Hero would have been the best, absolute best non-void legendary for myself. Tatatsu, I mean, her main role is going to be a piece for the Mikage fusion. I have absolutely no use for this champion, to be honest. AoE, 3-turn cooldown, places decreased resistance and sleep. Okay. I mean, I guess you decrease the resistance and then you place sleep, so you require less accuracy, and then you get a turn meter fill. It could be a big one, because you're placing 2 debuffs. Sure. And then the A3, 4-turn cooldown, single attack, double hit. Strip, steal, increase attack, increase crit damage. I mean, this needs to do a lot more, like ignore defense or something. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. Yeah, it's just not good enough. Immune to sleep. I mean, this could be her biggest sell one day, right? When there's like a sleep boss or something. This could be her biggest sell one day. Increases by 10, created by 3 for each buff on the enemy team. I mean, yeah, you really need ignore defense or ignore stone skin or something to be a damage dealer in this meta nowadays. She's just not going to be any good. Vault Lord. And then we have Candrafon here. I mean, one of the old goats. A1, really strong multiplier here. So he's actually hits really hard, especially if you get the double hit going. The AoE, nothing too special about the AoE other than it gives you an extra turn if you kill somebody, which is pretty good. And then the self buff here, which is pretty good, which means he can play by himself in like live arena, for example. The problem with Candrafon is that Harima exists, and then if they play Harima, Candrafon is just not going to be as effective. Passive here keeps him alive, puts him in the veil, makes him a little bit harder to kill. Still a good champion, still gets used in a lot of spots, but like, yeah, it's just not as good as he once was for sure. Definitely fell off. But yeah, those are my 2 Legos. I mean, it is what it is. Going into Mercy, you know, we're at 210, so it is what it is. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We definitely pulled some stinkers in this video, some real stinkers. Ethereum was probably the best, to be honest. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys pulled in this event if you guys are participating. Best of luck if you're yet to pull, and happy New Year's Eve and happy New Year to come. So hopefully you guys stay safe out there and have a great new year and ring in the new year in style. So anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.